This is a 2024 GMC Canyon AT4X in the AEV edition, and that is Nebraska. No, really, it is. Hey, it's Tim, Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk, and in this video I'll tell you my top 5 likes and dislikes with this GMC Canyon AT4X AEV edition. One might just be the name. A lot of words there. But let's go ahead and talk about the exterior, interior. I'll kind of do a walk around, explain it to you. Interesting enough, with this truck, the way it is sitting right here, I've had multiple people stop by the house this week to check it out. It's been kind of eye-catching, and I can see why. I mean, look at this. You got the lift on this, as all Canyons get. You have 35-inch tires. All right, look, 34.39, you want to get all picky about it. But they're 35-inch tires, man. I got the AEV bumpers, real steel bumpers. I got red tow hooks. I got this nice styling on the grill. It's like a bronze kind of chrome there. LED lights there. AT4X around there. I have these rock rails, which have confused a lot of people online this week. I did a YouTube short kind of making fun of myself getting out of this truck. We'll talk more about that. But these rock rails have people confused, losing their minds. First of all, they're not steps. These are not step bars. These are meant for rocks. You can ride the rails of these rocks. If you're on a trail, you put your rock over there, right there. They're molded to the body on purpose. Yeah, this body. Because it keeps rocks away from denting the truck. So they serve a purpose, not so much getting in and out. But this is really for rock crawling. It's more for that. All right, so over here in the back, we have a real steel bumper. We have the recovery points back there, these big, gnarly stuff. We have the bed. We have another Salta wheel, 35-inch Goodyear Wrangler tires. We have the spray and bed liner, and I have a plug back here, 400-watt plug in there, and some tie-down points. Boom, 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 boom. All right, and then, oh, we have the thing here, which you open there, there. This pops up here, which, by the way, I was on Facebook as I spent too much time over there anyways, but I was on Facebook looking at this post. This guy had a GMC Canyon, had like toe straps in here, and he had gloves and stuff like that. And he was like, I thought this thing was stupid when I first got it. And 6 months later, he goes, I used the hell out of that storage bin. And this spot here is actually made for your own kind of, it's just a thread. You can actually add your own design in there, whatever you can build with your 3D printer. So we'll close that. We do have a scale there. As far as tape measure, boom, GMC Canyon there, AEV, the Bison there. I got bugs all around me, so we're gonna keep going. We have the rear seats there, some USBs. This is that styling of the AEV edition. We have the red and white with the black. And by the way, the detailer who does these trucks always plugs in all the seat belts. Haven't quite figured that one out. But that's what they do when they bring them up from Denver and they swap them out every week because they keep these for 7 days. He does that, so I don't know, kind of weird. There is some styling here, stitching, and nice thing there. This is just a nice grab handle here. I like the styling. I like the stitching. I like this is hard plastic, which is great for me because it's easy to wipe off. The red there, digital dash, the screen, the red knobs. There's your shifter. There's my phone. There is AEV edition there. Boom, boom, boom. But I think one of the coolest things on this truck, I'm gonna come on this other side. Oh, before I do, 1,004 pounds of payload. You're not carrying a bunch of people. You're just hauling butt, not carrying a bunch. All right, that was my sense of humor. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's right over here. I think this is great. I think this works so well. I just thought when I saw the photo of just this styling with this, with that, I just think they nailed it, man. They just absolutely nailed it. So what do we got for price? Let's talk about this. Sit down, relax. Take a drink if you need to, because this is a pretty expensive puppy here. Yeah, we have the 2.7 liter high output engine in this. We have Sterling metallic exterior, obsidian brushed interior, 8-speed automatic transmission. It starts at $54,300. AEV adds $10,000. Oh, there's the transfer skid plate. There's a bunch of skid plates underneath here. Those skid plates and things are boron steel. I watched the video on that. This stuff's pretty incredible. Let's see, sunroof. Boom. Manual shade. Boom. Sterling metallic exterior color. Underbody cameras. I could show you the underbody cameras. Rear axle ratio 342. Total options 12 grand. All in, all day, $68,030. $68,030. 16, 16, 16. Fuel economy. That's easy for me to know. Fuel economy. So we did some driving earlier on this morning. out here, and I'll put some footage on the screen. It's pretty cool, and I'll do some exterior footage I shot this morning on the screen of the B-roll because the lighting was just perfect. I just want to make sure that if I got up that early this morning to shoot that stuff, that you guys are going to see it, and I'm going to use that footage. So I'll get some music too. It'll be fun, just good time. Okay, hey, you're back. Let's do the 5 likes and 5 dislikes on this GMC Canyon after driving for a week, the AT4X AEV edition. So, number 1, I got real bumpers. I got real steel bumpers. Imagine that. Everything these days is plastic, which helps with crumple zones when you get in a crash. But off-roading, you end up hitting more stakes and things and tree stumps and stuff. I want a real bumper. Not still, well, tree stump might be a problem, but I want a real bumper. So there you go, real bumpers. I like that a lot. I like these wheels. These are the 35s, the Salta wheels. I think it just looks great. I think the overall stance of the truck looks great with the lift, with the tires. I will tell you, driving around, I don't hear much of noise from these tires. But again, these are only 1,000 miles on this truck, so check the comments and things before, like on forums and things on this channel, on our forum.pickuptrucktalk.com, on other forums, on Facebook groups, and see what the owners are saying about the wheels and tire noise after a while. I hear with off-road tires, when you get more miles on them, you definitely do hear them. Looks like we're planting something. Okay, so I'm a big fan of that as well, those wheels. Big fan of suspension. I mean, it's just this Multimatic DCV dampers setup. It rides really nice. It's a good ride. It's nice and easy. It's nice to drive off-road like I've done in many circumstances. Okay, so the rest is gonna be inside the cabin. Sorry, I had to check my notes here and figure out my likes and dislikes. I like the interior layout. I just think it works really well as far as this. I think the screen looks great. It sits down below. I had the same screen in my Silverado when I had one, and the cameras work great. I just think everything on this screen works well. Plus we have, you know, air down mode, which is great for off-roading. I liked it just works well. I like these buttons here. I like the piano key kind of stuff going on there. So I think it works really well. Okay, and I also really like this digital screen back here. You know, if you're gonna give me a digital cluster and I can't have mechanical gauges, at least make it useful. And I think in this case I have different ways. I can press my button here and go through different things on the screen. And I like this. I like that I can customize, I can have some more customization. I can take different, lots of different ways to look at this screen. Clean, that kind of stuff. I like that aspect of it. I really am a big fan of that, the way they've done it screen. Oh, and I like the rest of the features of the truck. I got locking front differential. I got locking rear differential. I got auto 4-wheel drive. Big fan of that. I got just all the features I need if I was doing any serious off-roading, or in this case, we had quite a bit of rain and this area flooded out, so they're out there fixing the roads. That stuff's helpful, even not when they're off-roading, but when they're washed out and trying to get through back to your house. Very helpful stuff. All right, 5 things I don't like, dislikes. All right, so let's start with number 1. Seat comfort. GM vehicles always been seat comfort number 1 for me. These seats are better. We're getting better. You have more play there. My Silverado was really hard. This is getting more towards, I've seen the Acadia seats. Jill, managing editor Jill, some of those on this channel, her and I both went to the new GMC Acadia launch event, and we both commented the seats were better. These are better. These are getting better. I'm not all the way there yet. I don't think they're super comfortable, but we're getting there, folks. We're not so hard. We're gonna get some more play in these seats. And they hold up pretty well. So double stitching there, stitching, I think it's gonna be fine. I'm not a big fan of the rear legroom. My brother has one of these trucks, and he hauls people like really occasionally. I think that's the key. You can haul people occasionally. You're not doing four dudes, 6'4" dudes back here in the truck or overall. You're not doing a bunch of people, long distance trips. An occasional second row is what I call it. So I'm not a huge fan of that. I have a family. I want to stick my kids back there for that long period of time. I did that with one of the trucks like this. I think it was a Chevy Colorado, and my son wasn't a fan, and he's 14 going on 27. I don't like that well, I don't like a couple things, but I have to get in and out to get those other things. So there's a conversation this week about this. I tend to put whatever foot I have nearest the truck, I get in like this, and I grab and I pull in. Some people tell me they put left foot first, then grab hold, and then they pull in, and then they bring their right foot up through the slot and slide around. My wife actually did that this morning. She has a grab handle on the passenger side. I don't have one on this side. So this moves as I'm trying to get in. So, and I'm not, look, my belly doesn't get in the way when I get in these trucks. My belly's not that big. On camera, I know what it looks like in camera. I'm not that big of a guy. And I'm not very flexible though. That's kind of my problem. So Jill has no problems with truck, but I've seen her get in trucks. She goes left foot first. So I guess if you can do left foot first and maybe grab right hand here. God, it sounds like I'm talking about like a Twister game, like red hand on green. You can probably get in and out. I would definitely put step rails on here. I get rid of the rock rails. I don't need them. I just bolt them off, put them on. There are steps that go on top of these rock rails you can add. That's an option too, but I'd go steps down a little bit so I can get in, because the lift and everything, and with my height, I mean, it's already at my hip. So I'm just, physically, I'm not tall enough. Let's get in and talk to the other likes and dislikes. Okay, two other kind of dislikes. First of all, a couple technology things. Wireless charger, it just, I don't know, I guess it works, but it just slides, and just seems like they could have done something a little bit different with that. And then the lights, if you haven't seen this in GMC and Chevy Colorado videos, lights are here now. Here's the problem. This morning I had lights on because I wanted to do video, and I needed to put them on so they show up better on camera. And then I parked, and the truck would not stop beeping at me. And I was like, what the hell, man? Why aren't you stop beeping at me? I thought it was rear seat reminder. I was all kind of confused for a hot minute. Then I remembered the lights were on. So I had to turn the truck back on and go in the dash and click the button. And I'm sorry, but explain to me how that's superior than having a knob. I don't buy it. And then the last thing I don't like is $68,030. $68,030 for a mid-sized truck. Essentially a two-seater mid-sized truck in some configurations with a short bed. That's a lot of money. I'm not sure about that one. A little more than I would want to spend. But I like everything else about it. I mean, off-road modes are cool. I got G-forces. I can see where I'm at. I can see steering angle. I have cameras. I can see there. And there was a camera. Yeah, I can see all these different cameras. There's a camera down below too. Oh yeah, there's my underneath camera. I mean, it's just, that's just cool. I don't care who you are. That's cool right there. So I like all that. I like the way the screen is. I like the black. I like the interior. I just, $68,000, and I can barely get in and out. I need to change the step rails, and there's still little hits and misses too. Like, I like the buttons, right? I hate piano black. Piano black always looks dirty. I like the tire, but I can't use the mirror, and I can't do a digital rear mirror like you see, like the camera mode, like video game kind of mode, because that mounts to the top of the bed there. It's a chisel lamp, or chimsel. People are correcting me. Chimsel lamp right there, and the camera goes there. So the tire blocks it, so you can't have the camera there. And you can't relocate that to the tailgate because you'd have to change the assembly process for all the trucks to do that. And they don't do it on a tailgate because people take tailgates off. So I have a cool tire, but I have no rear view mirror. But I have cool gauges, and I have cool terrain modes and overlanding, and it's just like, that's cool stuff. Oh, I'm at 4,000 feet, by the way. I like rear lockers and the front locker. But, you know, again, that piano black is going to look dirty. So it's such a mix for me. Let's go ahead and get on the road, and I'll tell you more about it. Okay, let's shift through the drive modes. I'll show you on the screen. Kind of cool graphics, those. Let's put it in, yeah, right there. Let's put it in Baja mode. Baja mode is the best mode ever. So, 310 horsepower, 430 foot-pounds of torque at 3,000 RPMs. Okay, and that's great because torque is really where it's at off-roading. If you remember, the saying is horsepower is how fast you get to the wall, and torque is how far you take the wall with you. Torque is really cool. But I can tell you what, this is a really smooth riding truck. I'm on these gravel roads. I'm doing, let's just say, twice the speed limit, and it feels like I'm doing half the speed limit, right? This handles really well. I always tell people in my videos, especially, that one of the advantages to off-road trucks is not just going to Moab or going to the sand dunes or someplace, is that dirt roads, washboards, those really do well with off-road trucks. Suspension's built for that stuff. So that's why I talk to a lot of farmers around here, and always offering, say, hey, go get an off-road truck. You'll love the shocks, you'll love the suspension. So I've really enjoyed my time with GMC Canyon. I like what they've done with it. I think that they have created a really good powertrain. It's much better to me than the old V6. I do miss the diesel. This is the updated 8-speed transmission. If you remember anything about GM reliability, the prior 8-speed was a little on the edge, not doing well for like customers. I haven't heard nearly the same complaints with this 8-speed transmission. It seems like a lot of people really have liked it. It doesn't hunt for gears. They've improved that piece of the reliability, or I guess not such reliability. To me, it's owner satisfaction. It's a much better overall transmission and driving experience. I can't jump too much with this. This is actually a public road. Damn. All right. I'm not a big fan of getting in and out of this thing. It's just the 2-inch lift is weird for me. My brother, like I said, he owns a Denali version of this. He's got the steps on it, much easier to get in and out. Still a little weird when you get in for the steps because you look over top the roof of the truck. It just seems just awkward. I don't know. Again, 5'7", it's probably my problem. You guys get over 6 foot tall. I know, in the comments I hear about it. No problem for you guys. So that's always, getting in and out's kind of an issue for me. Again, the seats are getting better. Not quite all the way there yet with GM, but I really do appreciate they've made some improvements to these seats, and they're getting better. Like I said, I wish I had the rear mirror. I keep looking in my mirrors, and I got nothing except for a tire. Pro and con, I do like having the spare up top. That way I have more ground clearance when I'm off-roading. Big fan of that. And yeah, I said overall, I just feel like this is so close to the best mid-size truck in the market. I just have my Timisms about it, the lights, the things like this, that just, they hold me up. And then you think about this is 10 grand more. Actually, yeah, not $11,000 more than top line truck from Ford. And this is similar in price point with the top line Toyota vehicles. The TRD Pro is probably about 3 grand less than this. So there are people buying this segment. It's just a lot of coin for me. And maybe I'm cheap. I don't know. Could be. Yeah. And that torque again. Okay, I need to performance shift active. They were like, what are you doing? All right, I better turn this back to normal mode before I do anything too crazy. All right, back to normal. Okay, it's throwing me a fit. I got it off-road normal. Okay, now it's not throwing a fit. Oopsie, I should probably turned off Baja before I got on the pavement. My bad. All right, so for more, check videos up over here. Website down below as well, pickuptruckttalk.com. As always, thanks for watching. I will see you down the road.